Hello, Masters. Welcome to the third day of Four Obstacles of Spiritual Warrior. Today, we'll see the third obstacle that is called extrasensory powers. So, we'll start with 5 minutes of meditation and again with a skit that has been inspired by an autobiography yogi, and then we will go the skit. We'll see the skit and how the Miracle Swami and Mukunda was dealing with extrasensory powers. Later, we will share our experiences about the powers, and then we try to understand what's the tablet from spiritual tablets. This is Four Obstacles of Spiritual Warrior. Uh, um, to begin with, my whole heartfelt gratitude to Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji and Dr. GK and all the masters, all the ascended masters, the entire universe. Thank you so much. Let's begin with 5 minutes of meditation. Thank you, Madhuri, for a very soothing music. Please place your palms on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yes, welcome back. So we are going to start with our skit on autobiography inspired from autobiography yogi, and how Miracle Swami and Mukunda are going to explain us about the extrasensory powers today. Let's see.
Let's start now. Welcome, dear masters. Today, on the third day of our series, we present a skit demonstrating how extrasensory powers can hinder spiritual growth. While spiritual abilities may seem extraordinary, they can become distractions on the path to true enlightenment. This performance is inspired by Autobiography of Yogi by Swami Paramahamsa Yogananda, illustrating how a seeker may be tempted by mystical powers but must remain focused on the ultimate goal, that is, union with the divine. Through this enactment, we explore the importance of humility and discernment in spiritual practice. Let us begin this enlightening journey together. The skit starts. A remote cave high in the Himalayas, its entrance framed by twisted roots and jagged rocks. Inside, the air is thick with the scent of burning incense. The dim glow of oil lamps flicker against the damp stone walls. Seated on a raised platform is the Miracle Swami, an ascetic draped in a robe embroidered with strange symbols. He has piercing eyes that gleam with an almost hypnotic intensity. Before him stands Mukunda, young Paramahamsa Yogananda, his demeanor calm and observant. The Miracle Swami raises his hand to display his power, a sly smile playing on his lips. With a dramatic flourish, he rubs his fingers together, and suddenly a gold coin materializes out of thin air. It gleams in the dim light as he holds it up triumphantly.
Behold, I can manifest anything, gold, food, jewels, all at my command.
He tosses the gold coin into the air, and before it lands, it vanishes into nothingness. Mukunda remains unimpressed, watching him with serene expression. The Swami's ego feeds off admiration, but he finds none in Mukunda's eyes.
And can you manifest peace of mind?
Peace? Huh? Why? Why seek peace when you can command the world? With such powers, all bow before you, kings tremble at your feet, wealth flows like a river. Why should a man be content when when he can have everything?
A man who controls the elements but not his desires is still a prisoner. You, in-
You
Miracle.
insult my powers, do you think? Your God is greater than my abilities?
I do not seek to insult. I only question of what use is power if it does not lead to God.
And yet you are a mere wandering seeker, dependent on the charity of others. But I command nature. I need no charity. I create abundance with a thought.
You have indeed mastered the play of Maya, but have you mastered yourself?
What need have I to master myself when I have mastered the universe?
If your power does not bring you closer to divine truth, then it is but a trick of illusion.
The miracle Swami's irritation grows. With another dramatic gesture, he levitates several inches above the ground. His voice becomes almost theatrical.
Tell me, Speaker, can your God make you rise above the earth like this?
A bird can fly, yet it still remains bound to this earth. Rising a few inches does not free one from bondage. True flight is the soul's liberation, not tricks for the curious.
The Swami's feet, Miracle Swami's feet, touch the ground again. For the first time, he looks uncertain. No one has ever questioned his powers in this way.
You're naive. The world bows before powers. Men worship me for what I can do. Even kings send their emissaries to seek my blessings.
But does God bow before you? Power that feeds the ego will never satisfy the soul.
I have sought powers all my life, and yet
And yet you still seek? There is still time. Turn inward. Seek not gold, but God.
The Miracle Swami looks at him, his ego warring with his longing for truth. A long pause. Finally, he lowers his gaze. Mukunta bows respectfully, turns and walks away. The flickering lamp casts its shadow along against the cave wall. The Miracle Swami watches him go, his eyes full of conflicted emotions. His hands tremble, as if a part of him wants to call Mukunta back, but pride holds him still. The scene fades to darkness, leaving the Swami alone with his thoughts. And that's it, friends. That brings us to the conclusion of today's skit. We hope it offered you insight and inspiration. Thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you. Over to you, Lavanya, now.
Thank you. Thank you, masters. It was very wonderful with all the background. Every day you were changing the background and the names. It's very interesting. So after we a little bit of understanding of what is the extrasensory perceptions, let's understand it well from spiritual tablets point of view. So Sai Sudha, would you like to read out that? Thank you.
We should always use any extrasensory perception, powers like telepathy, teleportation, aura, imaginative powers for our personal spiritual growth or society's spiritual growth. The moment we start using these powers for our personal desires or materialistic desires, we get stuck and our progress definitely slows down. We have listened to so many stories about the demon Basmasura and others, and all of these stories, the egoistic desire to own everything and rule everything has led to their downfall and made them reincarnate multiple times. People who do meditation, follow vegetarianism, and austerity of speech will definitely attain extrasensory perception powers. Once these powers are used for personal spiritual growth and society's spiritual growth, the spiritual progress happens at a rapid pace. Even using our willpower comes under using extrasensory perception, mystical powers. When we decide to complete a task, it must be for our happiness or spiritual growth. We have to use our willpower for activities that help to progress spiritually or meditation. Examples of these tasks include writing a good spiritual book, going on a spiritual tour, taking a spiritual class, and building a community pyramid meditation center. In these instances, we can spend our time, money, and energy on these tasks. Our spiritual willpower is precious, and when we are using it, then it means we are using our ESP powers. We can overcome this obstacle of ESP powers by not using it for our material desires and personal benefits, but only using it for our society's spiritual growth. We might use our ESP power, telepathy, aura once or twice in the beginning to know and out of curiosity. Sometimes our dreams will come true, and also, once we realize that our words and thoughts have power, we should be very careful about our ESP powers. When newcomers have dreams or some visions during the meditation, that so and so is happening to someone. Instead of just sharing their experiences, they should prepare a societal plan or their own spiritual plan. Once they have decided on a plan, all their future experiences will be only pertaining either to their personal plans or societal plans. The initial third eye experiences were about the future, and as we did not have any plan, we were able to see about others. Once we prepare our plan, all experiences will be directed towards our personal plan or the societal plan. We need to keep progressing based on this plan. Thank you.
Thank you, Sai Sudha. Yes, extrasensory powers every meditator might have experienced after a certain period of time, like telepathy, whatever we understand or whatever we think that's happens in our life immediately. So, like according to law of attraction, so whatever we think that happens, and when being a meditator we get a lot of energy, and that energy attracts more and more. So if we think of anyone, immediately that person calls us. So I have a experience about with telepathy. So with my husband, maybe we are very closely frequential connection. So initially, even before coming into meditation, there is an instance when I was thinking about a cane chair to put outside the in the balcony. When I was thinking that today he will bring, while coming from work, he will bring a cane chair, and exactly the day he brought that. So that was my first time experiencing same frequency with him. And then after coming into meditation, it became so quick and immediate. For example, if I think something, immediately he responds. um, when I observed and understood that there is a strong telepathic communication between both of us, then as per the spirituality, we have to use it for spiritual purposes only, rather for selfish benefits. So whenever I have a session, meditation session or anything, so instead of communicating through mouth, I used to say that through telepathic, saying very gently and politely and respectfully, saying if he has go needs to go somewhere, some party or something, and I have this commitment of a spiritual session, everything. So instead of strictly or straight to the face saying I don't want to come, and that is not important for me, so I used to say in my mind, said spiritual meditation sessions and spreading wisdom is important for our spiritual growth and also for the society's spiritual growth. So that is the best thing to do. So let us do that. Please allow me to do that. That's how I used to telepathically communicate with him, and immediately he would say, oh, you may be having any session this time, so okay, we will cancel that going out. So that smoothly it's used to happen. And that communication is like as if I'm talking through my mouth and he is hearing. that quick. It is very quick. So I have experienced that, and that is very helpful, especially to how can I say, like sometimes we a physical level we come across, there are conflicts come when we talk to each other. The concept of ego comes, and people may feel bad, or it develops into a conflict. But when we tell in a soul level, in a telepathically, of course it is definitely have to be spiritual benefits of the self and the society. So when we communicate through telepathy, it will help and it will work in a very best way. That is my short experience about telepathy or extrasensory power. Yes. Next, we have Mohana Madri here. She also have some experience about this concept. Let's listen to her.
Thank you, Lavanya. Very nice experience. Yeah. So, whereas it comes to my experience, um, in initial meditations and all, I understood telepathy is one thing, it becomes stronger, and futuristic things we may experience it. So, everything is like I experienced it once, then I understood that okay, I can I'm able to know what's going to what I'm going to experience in my future. So I was meditating, and a kind of a sequence it's flashed in front of my eyes. That is, um, many rishis, they are sitting together and they are doing some homam kind of a thing. And beside them, there is a Shiva statue, a beautiful Shiva statue. It's very, very, very beautiful. And when I saw the glimpse, I felt very energized. And that experience is done, and I continued my day. The very next day, I went I went for a trekking, and after reaching there, I've seen a statue which I experienced in a previous day meditation. The same statue. I just got like I was stunned to see that. Like, how come? Yesterday I just experienced it, and it is there here. So when we close our eyes, we can see what we can experience it in a next way, like maybe in a next day or in our future. So based on that, we need to take our decisions. I will I will explain one more experience related to this futuristic guidance. Um, for me, I'm my telepathic conversation is strong. At the same time, it my dream guidance. Through my dreams, I get the guidance. So I analyze them, then I take decisions accordingly. So I got a dream that I'm at one place where when we go to Mahatar Babaji caves, we stay there. That is the only place where we go and stay there. So I've seen that place along with me and my husband, along with us, there is a group of people, and very well known, our family is with us. Like our family, also a couple from our family, they are also with us. So I've seen the dream, and we were planning to go to India also at that time. So I've seen that place. Then I thought, okay, it is a dream. And there is no scope that I can go to Mahatar Babaji caves or whatever it is. After like I got today night, and the next day by afternoon, in the evening, the couple whom I experienced in my dream, she called me, and she casually called me like, when you guys are coming, all those things we were talking. And in between, she mentioned that they are going to Himalayas trip if you guys want to join. Then it clicked me, and I said, maybe this is a calling for me, and this is a thing which is telling me that you need to be there. It is already created. I just need to uh, implement it in my physical world, in my reality. So I said, we'll join you guys. Okay, that is done. We reached India. Then there is a conflict, like whole family is going on a fun trip. At the same time, me and my husband, we promised to go here to this Himalayan trip. Again, it's a kind of conflict, like whether I have to go there or here. Then I surrendered myself. There was a conflict. I got irritated. Then I felt, okay, let me surrender to Mahavdar Babaji, to those energies who already told me to do in this way. If I really meant to be there, he will show me the path. I surrendered myself instead of getting irritated and um going in a different way. I just surrendered to those energies. So somehow it came from my family that you guys should go there because you won't come here very often. Then we decided, okay, we are okay, we want to go there, so we are going there. It is decided. Then it raised me a question. I came from there. That is good. Once I tried to come to you, because of my mistakes, I couldn't reach to you because of my fears. This time, I'm coming with your calling. What I'm going to experience? I just asked this question, and it clicked me in a way like you're going to experience Ardhanarishwara Tattva. Okay. Um, I don't know what it means, and I don't know how I'm going to experience it. So I'm excited. Uh, whether I'll experience it or not, to see that, to test it, maybe something like that. And we started going there, and we reached to Mahavdar Babaji Caves, and we were trekking. We reached to that place. After going there, it started. I asked him that I want to see you as in person. I want to experience you. Maybe I want to talk to you. So let me know if any possibility is there. Throughout my trekking time, I was just asking this question to him, and I'm requesting him if it is possible. So as soon as we entered to the caves, we settled down, and three people they came here into the cave. One person who was wearing this kashaya clothes, um, and two are very normal. And that person came and asked, um, he's just next to me, and he just looked at me and he said, "Are you happy now?" I I said, "Okay, we all are happy." It didn't click me at that point in time. When I meditated, it flashed the dialogue and the person. I felt, okay, he's a person. I witnessed him. So it made me confirm that um, when we are really asking the superpower, whatever we name it, they are listening to us. They are really answering to us. They are really fulfilling our whatever, I won't say needs, they're literally making us to experience and make us learn out of those things, whatever we need to experience it. That is done, then it happened a kind of a cleansing. Um, then we sat for a second round of meditation. At that point in time, I felt a lot of energies. Lot means lot of energies. And I could see in front of me a lot Shiva energies. I could felt that. And after a few minutes, I felt the I don't remember this right side or left side, please correct me. As we experience a couple, Ardhanarishwara. The same way, one side I could feel a Lord Shiva Jatas, and the other side, the hair of the Ma Parvati ji, like the hair is in front. I literally felt the difference of feminine and masculine energy. I literally felt that, and I was just observing myself. I felt in my back the Jatas, and I was just questioning, what is this? What is happening to this? What is this? I want to know this. And he literally said, it's me. And I told you, you're going to experience this. The Ardhanarishwara Tattva. This is what it is. It is in everyone. So till then, I just knew that we all have the feminine and masculine energy. But at that point in time onwards, I literally learned that it is there within us. I always used to think maybe I need to learn something to gain that energy or to do something, um, maybe some technique or something to experience those energies. But it really made me feel experience those things. So always, for me, always dreams are the guiding factors. Though it is for my futuristic thing, or though if I'm stuck somewhere, uh, through dreams, it guides me like you came out of it, or you're still in there. You need to work on it. So for me, the extrasensory powers through telepathy, intuition, and through dreams. And when we are meditating regularly, when we are being in this path, our words becomes like a mantra. So whenever we are expressing anything, uttering a word, anything, it just implements. So I've seen few instances where I'm just talking just like that, it started implementing in that way. So I learned that okay, I need to talk when it is really needed. That's one of the experience. And I have something related to energy experience. Um, it is not happening with me always, but it happens only when I'm connected with people or I'm connected with a soul related experience, soul related connectivities. So I went to a place. As soon as I reached there, I sat with a group of people and we were just traveling. I'm not a person that I'll I'll talk little louder or with an anger tone. I'm not a person like that. But as soon as I got into the car and I literally whatever they're talking, I'm replying them in a very rude way. I didn't get it. I thought, okay, maybe I came from a journey and I'm tired. That's why I'm talking like that. But it repeated again and again 3 times. And at one point in time, my anger is on upper notch, like it's a bar. Like if anything is there in front of me, I would have thrown or did something related to distraction I might have done. Immediately, my consciousness said, "What are you doing? It is not you. It is not you. Don't think that it is you. It is the energy, the atmosphere where you are in. The energy is working. So you need to understand the energy and you need to work with them to come out of those things." So these kind of experiences also, which we come across, but it doesn't mean that we shouldn't go to such kind of places. We never know which place has something. If you're experiencing something different, it means that the particular place or the people, they need your assistance, or they need some kind of love and attention to come out of such cases. We need to analyze why we are getting these kind of energies when they are around. And if it is really need to be changed something in us, we need to work on it. At the same time, we always need to give our hand with a love and support. They can come out of whatever they are going through. So these are the learnings for me with uh, extrasensory powers in my journey, some of them. So thank you so much once again for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhuri. It's a very wonderful experience. Your entire workshop, you are sharing your experiences. You have every concept, every tablet, you have your own experiences. Very thank you so much for sharing. And
You're welcome.
thank you. So, masters, I think we have already came to a conclusion that skit is over, explaining the tablet is over, and the experiences are also shared. If anybody wants to add anything or share their own experiences, please feel free.
Yeah, just want to say a few words, just as a Madrigar's experience. So that tells us that we don't need to go to Himalayas to get these powers, but by staying in modern times, we can stay in our regular life, but by maintaining the balanced life between materialistic and spiritual, we can still attain these powers. But it's really like before we seek for these type of powers, one should have that state of balanced mind. Otherwise, it's very, very easy to fall prey for it and then misuse that for our personal gain, because it's a human tendency. Once we have any kind of power, oh, let me use it like for my own gain, like in a personal gain of whatever it is, but in health, wealth, and jobs, any day-to-day life situations. So one has to be very, very careful. Normally, these type of power, especially third eye abilities, they can be comparable to the gold. So how gold is precious, and where we don't use gold for small purchases. Similarly, we should not use these ESP powers for small activities in our day-to-day life, rather than for the our personal spiritual growth, or for the society spiritual growth, that we have to use it. And the other thing is, just as the previous two obstacles are related to lower chakras, and this is related to the anahata as well as Visuddha chakra. So that tells us the speech, the power of speech. So just as the Madrigal's experience, the words are very powerful. How we use it once we acquire, even without even having these powers while we are in the spiritual path, it is very important to understand what we speak. So, if we misuse the words, there is a possibility that they can manifest into a, in a negative form, and create related diseases. So it's extremely important, at speech level, at thought level, and action level, to cross-check time to time and use them inappropriately. So, I just want to share these things with the.
Yes, Ratna ma'am, you're right. So we should be very cautious with whatever powers we have while using them, to which purpose we are using them. And in the society, we know a few people, like several people who meditates, and in the modern world they show their powers to the world and they make money out of it. That is the thing. It's an obstacle for our spiritual growth, because we are using it. Even though we do have powers, we don't show it for making money. So we don't use them for the selfish or purposes, only for the spiritual growth. So I think with this we can conclude for today's session. 4 obstacles of spiritual warrior. The third one is extrasensory powers. Tomorrow, the fourth, the last obstacle of a spiritual warrior, that is spiritual laziness. Okay, tomorrow we will meet and understand what is laziness. We know what is laziness and what is spiritual laziness. We'll see tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining today and your interest in your spiritual, coming out of spiritual obstacles. Thank you, masters. Have a wonderful day.